What's up, everybody? It's J Mac, and welcome back to Bigfoot Input. Um, Trying to throw together an episode for you guys right now. I don't know if you can hear. We are in the midst of a pretty nasty rainstorm, which, of course, is leading into this bitch right here, Milton. So we're in for some nasty weather, and of course, flooding being the big concern. But um, hmm. So yeah, let's and also just a weird week in the Bigfoot world. I mean, with the Oklahoma footage and everything coming out, which we already did a video on that, so I'm not going to go back and touch on that now. But we're just going to move forward with some pictures this week for you guys. So this is Kathy Westerman, and what's weird about this picture is I think we're getting a little bit of a it's not honest. If you know what I'm saying, this picture not that's not to say that Kathy's not honest. I'm saying this picture is deceiving. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe that all of this is a creature. But I think what is kind of undeniable is this. Nostril, eye, cranial ridge, forehead. He's got a big head of hair with a cone shape there. Comes down to his chin here with the mouth. And then I think you're probably looking at torso here, like all this is torso. But this and this, I don't know. I don't think it's part of the creature. Either he's carrying something in his hands, or this is just foliage, of a certain color that's just sort of, you know, placed in a certain way that it looks like it's associated with the creature. But anyway, so I think what we're looking at is the creature's right here, and I think his visibility ends right where this little weird X thing is, and I think that's him, and then the rest of this is just foliage. But as always, excellent shot, Kathy. Good job. Move forward. New Jersey Sasquatch Diesel caught this little guy here. Got the eyeball there, very shiny. You can see the eyelid, you can see the little nose and a little mouth down here. Most likely some sort of juvenile. I think you can also see fingers up here. 1, 2, 3. I think he's holding on to whatever this tree is. Probably waiting on mom to come back at some point. Don't know what's going on up here, but this to me is pretty undeniable. I think that's an excellent shot. So great job. Diesel, thanks for letting us showcase your photos. I thought I also had seen something else in this picture. There's a lot to look at though in this picture. Maybe something going on right here, Diesel. I don't know. Maybe pareidolia, but something there possibly. But either way, very cool shot. That's undeniable. So I've been told I move my mouse around too much on the screen, so I'm gonna try to work on that. But Catherine Norris from New Zealand with this little guy, little nose right there. You can see the 2 little nostrils, little mouth, eye, cranial ridge right there. Definitely a little creature. Not sure of the origin of it, but it is definitely a little creature. Kind of looks like a little baby Sasquatch. Maybe that's what it is. So excellent. Thank you, Catherine. Always something cool to look at. Something weird to look at. Speaking of weird, this is not this is not a Sasquatch. I think it's a painting. I mean, it could be digital art, but it really looks like a painting. You see those paintings where they're trying to put a shine, lighting on someone's face or whatever, so they just change the paint color. That's kind of what that looks like to me. Obviously, yes, it could be a creature with a really pixelated camera, but look at the arm and stuff. It just doesn't quite look right. There's no fluidity there. It kind of, if it were not art of some kind, I would say it's definitely a suit just based on this arm, but I don't even think it's real at all. I think it's just a art of some kind. I did not do a reverse search on that. Maybe someone can enlighten us on where it comes from, but So Ray Gardner posted this one in Bigfoot Believers. I don't believe it's his picture, so although I'm not sure where it came from, but he says Hudson Valley. That's all I know about this. I don't know where Hudson Valley is. I didn't bother to look it up, but speculated somewhere in the Pacific area. What's cool about this photo is you can see the mouth very clearly. And if we get maybe not that close, we can see nostrils here and here on this nose structure, and then the eye socket there, and then a little bit of a forehead right here until it goes straight into the big furry mound of a head of this creature. He's massive. He's a big dude, man. I'll tell you what. I can just imagine if you're standing in front of this guy how large he actually is. It's kind of hard to put it in perspective given this, but like this tree right here is probably, it's much larger than what's in the picture, and I'm assuming very tall. So he's, I don't know, he's up there, 7, 8 foot range, something like that. He's a big dude. That's a speculation on my part, but that's okay. Miguel. Miguel's a very cool guy. I don't know if you know a lot about Miguel, but he's basically like a sort of behind the scenes dude. Um, every time Bigfoot World goes out on one of their, um, camping expedition things, whatever, they'll send all the footage or they'll put it up online, and he'll go through and skim through and see if he sees any faces. And he's very good at it, very sharp eye. This one happens to be his own photo, though, from somewhere in Central Florida. And just an extremely cool. This is, I think, my favorite picture this week. Nostril, eyeball, big gaping, not gaping, big mouth. It's closed, but you can see his like sort of jowls here. So very cool picture, and possibly juvenile down here. Is that what's going on here? Nose, eye, little ear of some kind, little fuzzy head. Looks like a little juvenile, maybe a juvenile Sasquatch. I'm assuming this is a skunk ape, obviously. So yeah, maybe that's a juvenile. Very cool picture, Miguel. Thank you. I think this is just kind of like a different filter, maybe different color, different zoom in, but same idea, same little creature there. So excellent work, Miguel. It's cool you got to skim through your own photo now. Let's see. This is old D-Boz, Dambo's Inca. Comes out with this creature. You know, don't ask me what it is, but it's definitely there. Very weird creature. I'm reluctant to call it a Sasquatch. It's a strange creature. I don't know, but you can definitely see the nose structure, and the eyes, and the mouth here, which may or may not be open. It's hard to tell. But he's got a whole like shoulder thing and head, neck there, and it almost looks like he's wearing some sort of headdress, like made out of grass to maybe blend in better. Wild photo. Same photo. I was looking at this thing down here. I see an eye here, eye there, maybe an open mouth. Little white type of creature here, shoulder there. Dan said he didn't see it. That's just a possibility. Something that I noticed. So great work, Dan. Thank you. Monsters from Maine, Scott Loomis. Let's zoom out again. Look how tall this is. This big tree. In between the trees over here, you've got this guy. Big nose, eye. He's got like a head full of hair, man. Like really just a lot of hair. Like the hair swoops down over the face. And then it goes down this side and it goes down that side. And then it's hard to tell exactly what's going on here with the mouth. I believe if we look close, it's hard to zoom in, but I think his lips are right here. I think I originally thought that his mouth was open. I don't know. I no longer subscribe to that. I think it's this. I think his mouth is right there. Those are his lips. And then you're just coming in with shadowing here from possibly foliage or something like that. But either way, very cool shot, Scott. Thank you. Scott Loomis Monsters from Maine on YouTube. Am I ready to talk about this already? Well, the thing says we are. Okay. This is my bonus feature today. I want to talk about this photo. We've talked about this photo, 10 times. It's Aim to Frame, Kathy Westerman, Bigfoot World. At the beginning of her journey, not in the world of paranormal, but in the world of Bigfoot, she liked to walk through the woods and take pictures of tree structures, which is what she's done here. You have this sort of, I don't even know what you would call this, little weird triangle thing, built onto this tree, and it's just a structure. So as she zoomed in, closer and closer, she started seeing this guy. Now, if you've already seen this photo, stick with me. I'm about to show you something different. For years, we've looked at this photo and thought that there's, this creature here with the nose and the eyes, and he's got a hairline, and then he's got a ponytail, right? And that's for years, that's what we thought. It took a different perspective from a man I've never met, I've never known, and have not seen since. But he just popped into the live one night and he was like, "Oh, that's cool. I see two creatures there." And I was like, "You see what?" And so we started looking at it more in depth. Turns out this guy is right. And I mean, shame on myself and Kathy and everyone involved for never having seen that before. But I mean, like I said, I've just looked at it so many times. My mind always had the same, narrative of this picture. So that this is like one creature tucked down here. So actually what we're looking at is two creatures. And I'm gonna show you why right now. So see the back of the creature's head here? This would come up here. So we got a difference in height. I don't want to draw all over this picture, but anyway, so there's a height there. If you take that straight across, the creature's head should be the same height. Okay? Then, what we just, again, never noticed, this damn tree is completely in the way. This would be a massive head, like far too large. It would be a big oval head. And that just doesn't make sense anymore. So, yes, this creature has a ponytail right there. You can actually see light through its little ponytail. What we've got, though, is this guy in the back. There's two creatures again. This guy in the back is looking this way. His head is turned to see over here. This guy is looking right at Kathy, taking the picture. And I believe now, again, knowing what we know, I believe that this discoloration right here, which is really all it is, it's all you can make out here is the different color, is the arm of this guy. He's standing in front of what is essentially mom or dad or brother or whatever back here, and he's maybe a little younger than this creature. And that's his body right there. I think that's his arm. Now, there's a lot of things that will be talked about, with this picture. There's question of a baby in the picture, various things. I just want to point out the main things right now, which again is that we used to believe that this is one creature. We now are fairly certain that this is two. And also I want to point out this guy back here, ponytail. What is he looking at? This guy. He's looking to his left to see this dude. Let's take a closer look at him. Sorry, that's just a better shot of the two creatures. Let me get to... I don't want to be... Where is it? No. Nothing's cooperating today. Okay. So we want to look at, including the weather, we want to look at this guy. Okay. Open mouth, teeth, nostril, nostril, nose structure, eye socket. You can almost see the other eye socket right here, but it's covered by this foliage. And this is the nose structure that comes down like this. Forehead, everything else is completely covered in foliage. This dude is hiding. You know, this picture it's incredible. It's one of those, the gift that keeps on giving. You know, every once in a while we just kind of stop and look at it, and I think at some point we had determined that we felt there was possibly 5 creatures in this photo, and that's of course 1, 2, 3 right there. But you know, like I said, if you scan this photo long enough, which even this is a condensed, there's a larger version of this picture. This is a condensed version. Um, you'd be surprised what you find in this photo. It's a crazy photo. So again, I said I would do it. You know, we came across this in a live one night, which if you're not familiar with our live shows, every other Friday, we do it twice a month. We announce before, usually the day of, so check with us on Friday afternoon. We usually go on about 7 p.m. EST, depending on weather and life and different things like that. And we'll do a live show for a few hours, and we go over pictures, and we talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So anyway, it's a good time. You know, it depends. We get anywhere from 1,000 to 20,000 people that show up during a live show. It's just, it's fun, and it's right here on this channel. So check back with us. But anyway, we'll move on from that. Thank you, Kathy. I believe there was a little bit of a question about whether this was Kathy's or Rebecca's. I don't remember, but anyway, it is from Bigfoot World for sure. This is Miguel's handiwork here, pointing out this creature. So here's the funny thing about it. I think Miguel is seeing it like this whole thing here is a creature. Possibly even here, whatever. Eye here, eye there, nose there. Maybe some sort of open mouth here, like a sneer kind of a thing. And then that would be the head of the creature. If it is, he's got kind of a maniacal look on his face. It's weird. Now, I want to just submit a second view of this thing. What if this right here, only right here, is the creature? Because you can kind of see this head come down here, neck right there, mouth, nose, eye. I think the other eye would be here instead of out there, be right there. That would be like a juvenile creature. But then that begs the question, what the hell is this? You know, man, bear, pig, I don't know. Big ears, snout, I have no idea. So it doesn't matter, you know, whether Miguel's got he's got the right view or I got the right view. It doesn't matter. This is a very cool picture, and it's one of those things that we can look at and just sort of use your own imagination to figure out what's going on here. And that's why I recommend that you do. Thank you, Bigfoot World and Miguel. Make sure I didn't skip one. Dennis Herstad. This is not a new picture, but this is a fantastic picture that ended up back in our pile here. And why not? It's definitely worth looking at again. Big cone-shaped head, forehead, hairline right there, eye, nostrils right there, down into what looks like to be like a mustache sort of thing. He also has like, there's some foliage covering his face here. I think this whole white bit here is foliage, but this could be a mustache. This is definitely his lips, mouth here, and chin down there at the bottom. Fantastic picture, Dennis. Thank you for sharing that. All right, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but look, I'm just going to be frank with you guys. I don't know what this is. Okay, I know 10 people are running for the keyboard right now going, oh, yeah, I'll tell you what that is. Fine, tell me, because I don't know. It's either, I'm going to say it's some sort of like old school camera, or it's like a feeder, maybe. Whatever. I don't know. It's something. And I didn't bother to look it up because I don't care what it is. That doesn't matter. The only thing this would do would maybe put this picture in perspective as far as date goes. So that could be worth it, I guess. But this is what we're looking at. Okay, this blob back here. And I just have no real thoughts on what this is. Yes, I do believe it is an upstanding, or a bipedal something, humanoid, which doesn't rule out that it could be a human in a suit, or not even a suit, just pants and a coat and a hat, or I mean, it's just too damn blurry to make anything out of it. There's no details at all. So, hey, I'll just leave it in your hands. It almost looks like his foot is up off the ground there for whatever reason. But then that's another thing. Look at these like little ass legs up into this massive torso. I don't know. The photo just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I do like this photo. I've liked this one for a long time. This reminds me a lot of Dennis Herstad's picture. In fact, this one's not really owned. I mean, as far as I know, it could be. But definitely the same type of face structure, big cheekbone, nose there, mouth there, agape, and nice big cone-shaped head. You can kind of see his shoulders back there with the zero neck, and that checks out. So very cool creature. I like that photo. All right, guys. Once again, thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us on the live. Will there be a live this Friday? I really don't know. The weather is probably going to control that entire situation, because this guy is going to be up here sometime Wednesday. It's going to plow through, Wednesday all day into Thursday. Should be out here sometime Thursday morning. If it has moved through, and if it has not blown old J Mac off the map, maybe we will be able to get together live on Friday. That would be great. So I will let you know as soon as I know. But until then, everybody hunker down, keep your head low, and we'll get through this. All right. This is J Mac, and I'm out.